Have you ever wanted to visit a library where you're not a member and borrow an item from them like a book or a DVD? Normally, people aren't allowed to take out books from a library where they're not actually a member or a card holder. And most libraries do have restrictions on who can become a member. For example, you need to live in a certain town or a city in order to belong to that city's public library, or you have to be a student or a staff member at a post-secondary institution in order to be able to borrow from their academic library. And while you might be able to walk into a public library, academic library, or a special library like the Alberta Legislature Library and look at the books or the materials while you're there, you won't be able to check them out and take them home with you. Enter the TAL Card, the only library card in Alberta that lets you walk into over 300 different library locations and borrow materials from them as though you were a member of that library. The TAL Card works through what's known as a Reciprocal Lending program. This is where libraries agree to share their materials with members of other libraries with whom they've signed a reciprocal lending agreement. It's a pact between libraries. I will lend my stuff to your people if you, in turn, will lend your stuff to my people. There are lots of excellent reciprocal lending programs across our province. Programs like Me Libraries and NEOS do a great job of welcoming in other members of their programs into their libraries and lending their items to them. But the TAL Card is unique. It's the only card that allows cross-sectoral borrowing. Different libraries belong to different sectors. The public library belongs to the public sector, academic libraries belong to the post-secondary sector. What the TAL Card does is it lets a card holder go into any other TAL member library and borrow materials from that library as though they were actually a member in and of themselves. So a member from the public library could walk into an academic library, get a TAL Card, and then take out things like books or DVDs from that academic library as though they themselves were also a member. This program is totally free, and you can sign up for a TAL Card at any other TAL member library. This means that you can visit over 300 different locations in Alberta and get yourself a TAL Card so that you can borrow materials from them right away. All you need to be is a member in good standing with your home library, whether that's a public library or an academic library. Simply go into another TAL member library, show them your library card, and they will check with your home library to make sure that you are an upright citizen, that you're able to borrow books as a regular patron would be able to. Once they've confirmed that, they will give you one of these, a TAL Card. This will allow you to find books and items in that library and borrow them right then and there. When you borrow an item using your TAL Card, you are treated as though you're a member of that library that you're borrowing from. This means that you get the same lending privileges as a regular member of that library. You get the same borrowing periods. You also, though, get the same fines, so make sure that you return your books on time. That's another great feature of the TAL program. You can actually return a book that you borrowed with your TAL Card to any other TAL member library in the province. So if it's inconvenient for you to go back to the library where you borrowed that book, no problem. Take it to any TAL member library where you are able to get to easily, like your home library. Drop it off there, and the staff will make sure that your book is checked in and that it gets back to the library that lent it to you. The TAL Card is an incredibly helpful and important program. I know because I'm a user myself. When I was writing my first book, a lot of the research items that I needed, books that I needed to refer to, were located in academic libraries around my city. Normally, I wouldn't have been able to borrow those books as I was neither a student or staff at those institutions. But thanks to the TAL Card, I was able to visit those libraries, show them my public library card, and then be able to check the books out and take them home with me. It is such a useful program, and this is just one example of how people like you and me can put the TAL Card to really great use. The TAL Card, one more way the Alberta Library helps libraries across our province do more together.